The overnight index swap market is in news. The reason for that, let's see first very quickly the reason. Reserve Bank is actually about to review the limit, the investment limit in the overnight index swap market. Okay, because of which it is in news. Now, there would be of course a reason why RBI wants to review it. You know, let's say you set a limit very high and this is probably not required, that is what you feel based on the trend, so you might review it to whether you can lower it or not. Or the other thing can be you may realize that it is quite low and now we should increase it. So again, based on the previous trend, you may feel the need, that is why you will review it. Now what exactly is the reason for this review is because as far as Indian bonds are concerned, now the Indian bonds have been included in JP Morgan's emerging market debt index. So we'll understand what this means, but generally just understand that Indian bonds which were there, it was not present in the list of JP Morgan's emerging market debt index, but now Indian bonds have also been included in it, meaning that if you want, you can have exposure to Indian bond market through the overnight swap index. So since you can have exposure to Indian bonds through the overnight index swap, now more people would want that with respect to Indian bonds, right? That is why more people would want it, they would want to invest more amount. That is a possibility, not a compulsion, but that's a possibility. That is why this review is happening. Now let's understand what is overnight index swap so that this also and everything else also you understand in detail. So let's break down this word first of all. It's overnight. Overnight means rato raat. Over the night itself it can take place. So in one single day or rather one single night it can take place overnight. It is an index. It is an index means it would be, and it is actually basically a derivative index. Derivative meaning the fluctuation of its value will be dependent on an underlying asset. There now that asset can be currency, that asset can be commodity, some underlying thing would be there, hence it is a derivative because it derives its value from some underlying commodity, asset, currency, etc. And this overnight index we are talking about in the swap market. What is swap market? Currency swap. You know, I give you 80 rupees today, you give me $1 6 months later. That's a currency swap, right? So that is the swap market. So we are talking about the overnight index swap market. So understand the example which I gave. So let's say right now $1 is trading at rupees 85. Now I give you right now, let's say rupees 86, and I ask you to give me $1 after 6 months. Now you will think why we are doing this. Now here I am talking about just 86 rupees and $1. This thing happens in millions and billions. So let's understand the concept. Why am I doing this? Right now $1 is 85. Why am I giving 86 rupees to someone and saying that you give me $1 after 6 months? That is because my estimation says that after 6 months the dollar may be trading at around 90 rupees. That is my estimation. So then if that is my estimation, then why this person? This person is banking on the fact that $1 may be trading at 85.5 rupees. So this person thinks they will make a profit out of it. This person thinks they will make a profit out of it. Now these instruments are not primarily to make profit. Then for what are these swap instruments? Of course you can make profit, that is there, but these instruments are not to make profits, rather they are to minimize the risk. I'll tell you how to minimize the risk. They are there as hedging instruments. Hedging instruments. They are hedging what? Hedging, I'll tell you what hedging means. This is a box. Now you cut it, you slice it like this, so it gets hedged, it cuts, it reduces in size. So reducing something in size is hedging. So here it's a hedging instrument. Hedging what? It is hedging the risk. How is it hedging the risk? Let's say I am doing import export. I am a trader. I am a trader in export related commodities. So currency fluctuation, dollar rupee currency fluctuation would impact. So I would need some surety. All of a sudden rupee can be devalued, rupee can appreciate, a lot of things can happen. So I want a surety. That is why what I will do is I will go for currency swap. That let's say for example, I ask for $1 and I say let's say $1 is trading at 85 rupees. I ask for $1 now and I say that after 6 months I will give you 86 rupees. Now here, why am I giving more? Because I am okay with it. Why? Because I have already fixed the currency ratio. I have already fixed the exchange rate. Now even if $1 becomes 99 rupees, I still have to give 86 rupees only. So by giving that additional 1 rupee, I have bought surety for myself, peace of mind for myself. Or else what would have happened? If it fluctuates, I may be in losses. It can also happen that this $1 becomes 80 rupees, which might have given me profit. But fine, I am a trader. I don't want to, I earn money with trading the goods and services, not currency swap. Currency is my risk. I am not a specialist in estimating currency, this, that. So what I do is, I simply say I will give you this much, so that whether currency goes this, I will be safe from the risk. If it goes this, I don't want profit. It's okay, I want peace of mind, I want stability. So that is why we go for currency swaps. I hope that's clear. Now instead of currency swaps, there can be index swaps also. What we are doing now is an index swap. Here you are swapping the currency directly. In index swap, what will happen? You will be swapping the currency only. You can swap the currency or a commodity, basically a currency, but that currency which you are swapping would be based on an index. So how much currency you will give later would depend on this index. Now this index can be federal rate, this can be any other index for that matter, it can be inflation index, it can be any other index for that matter. So it is not the direct currency exchange rate, but an index which can be a federal rate, etc., etc. So that is what index swap is. Alright. So I think we have seen this. I hope the concept is absolutely clear. The RBI is reviewing it as we speak because Indian bonds have been added. So now a lot of Indians would be excited and wanting to invest in that, right? Even overseas also. So what is overnight index swap? Of course, it's an overnight. It can be done, in one single night for one single day. It is basically short term. One night is short term, but this can be over an year also. You can have a contract in which you say to give after a year also. So it starts from just one single day to over a year. Right? Now, this is what type of instrument? This is derivative. It does not have its own value. Its value is derived from any underlying index. Right? That is why index swap. Its purpose is to, of course, people can earn profit. To whom you are giving this, the bank or anyone who's hedging it for you, they may be doing it for earning profit, but the business persons, the traders, do it for mitigating the risk of the fluctuation in the currency. A fluctuation in the currency. So manage interest rate risk. That is hedging of risk. The term is, as I said, 1 day to over 1 year. Now, how it is done, we will understand with the help of an example. Okay, how does overnight index swap work? So let's say company A and company B enter into an overnight index swap. Okay, alright. Value is immaterial, let's say it was 10 million. Now company A agrees to pay a fixed rate of 3%, while company B agrees to pay the floating rate based on the overnight index. Right? For ease to understand, let's say this overnight index, let's say there is a repo rate index also. Repo rate index. Repo rate index. Okay. So we can assume it to be repo rate index. Now, what is repo rate? Repo rate is the rate at which the RBI gives loan to the scheduled commercial bank for short term. Now, let me take this a different number, because you know this example looks like a USA based example, very low fixed rates and all. So let's take this interest rate to be 6.5%, and the underlying derivative is the repo rate index, which is floating. Why it is floating? Every 3 months monetary policy committee is coming up with policy rates. It may change, it may increase, it may decrease, or it may remain unchanged also. But it is floating because it can change, but this is fixed. This is fixed. This is floating. Right? So you have said that, boss, I will pay this much. The bank says, or the company B says they will pay this much. Right? Now, when the agreement starts, repo rate was hovering at 6%. Was at 6%. So first month, fixed rate is 6.5, repo rate is 6. Second month, same. Third month, policy changes. Now what happens? Let's say repo rate becomes 6.5. So in the first 3 months, what was happening? You were ready to give 6.5 and they were giving you the floating rate at 6%. So you were letting go of 0.5% of the additional money. But now, fourth month onwards, repo rate becomes 6.5. Now it literally cancels it out. There's no point you give 6.5 and take 6 back. What you do is you do the net and give the net amount or take the net amount. Okay? So here you don't give anything. After another 3 months, let's say the repo rate increases to 7%. Now you had to give 6.5, now you will receive 7. So cumulatively you will be getting 0.5%. Like this it will keep on happening till the term is expired and the entire amount is addressed. This is how currency swap, or let's say overnight index swap works. Alright, I hope this is absolutely clear. So let's just see what's written over here. Company A and B, they enter into an OIS. Company A has agreed to pay a fixed rate of 6%. Company B has agreed to pay the floating rate based on the overnight index, repo rate index, or let's say overnight index only, which is floating. Let's take overnight. Overnight is important to take because now you have understood the concept. So now okay, we can talk about overnight. Overnight because this particular thing changes overnight. Very high fluctuation. So every day the calculation is done. It was fixed over here on day 1. On day 1, for example, on day 1, the index was 6.6%. On day 2, 6.4%. So on a daily basis it is done. Right? For example, in your savings account also, especially in ICICI Bank, I don't know about others specifically, what happens is the amount that is left on that day, you get the interest for that day on that amount. Tomorrow you take out a lot of amount, the interest you will earn on savings account will be based on that particular amount only. So throughout the year, how much amount was there for how much time decides how much interest you will get. In the same manner, every day it is deciding. So every day you have promised to give 6.5 at the rate of 6.5% per annum. They have decided based on the index percentage per annum, and this is not calculated after every month or every year. It is done every day. Every day. Why? Because what is the underlying commodity here? It is the overnight index, which changes every single day, right? So this is how the overnight index swap works. Remember the tenure, remember that it is a derivative instrument, and remember the process how it's done, and remember it is for hedging the risks. Profit can be earned by the institutes and banks, but the traders who are doing that for themselves is to hedge the risk of the fluctuation in the market. Thank you.